Okay, so we're getting closer and closer to Extreme Rules. We begin with Daniel Bryan and Brie Bryan. We'll call her that now. I don't know. In the ring, Brie is leading the Yes chants, and Stephanie comes down. So what I've always pictured, Stephanie and Brie in the ring at the same time, finally came to fruition. Stephanie then calls out Daniel Bryan's opponent for Extreme Rules, Kane. Kane then proceeds to destroy Daniel Bryan. Tombstone on the outside, tombstone on the steel steps, tombstone on the table. And then attacks him some more. Why? Sad to say, Daniel Bryan's dad passed away. So they more or less kind of wrote him out that way that he could have some time to, just came back from his honeymoon, found out that his father passed. So he still wanted to be able to do something for the E crowd, and that's what they kind of did. So then, it allows Kane to come back as a monster, Daniel Bryan to get time off to be with his family. Bad News Barrett, Sheamus. Great match. These two guys, when they're on the same page, put on a fantastic match. Had some slop here and there, but great solid match. And it ended with Barrett getting the victory. Which now means that Sheamus has lost twice. He lost to Batista on SmackDown last week, now lost to Barrett. I can't recall the last time Sheamus lost 2 televised matches back to back. A really great match. Cesaro, Rob Van Dam. Cesaro's new theme music sounds like air raid sirens with a discount version of Razor Ramon's music added to it. Not really quite digging it. Paul Heyman talked about Cesaro and then spent a commercial break talking about his client Brock Lesnar, the beast that ended the streak, the beast incarnate. Because Brock Lesnar ended the streak. If you didn't know that, Brock Lesnar ended the streak. So Cesaro's match was Rob Van Dam. Decent. They had some issues earlier on. They really weren't quite syncing up the way they probably should have been. So Eric comes down, attacks Cesaro from behind. Ref doesn't see it. 10 count. It's Rob Van Dam versus Barrett, with the winner taking on Big E Langston. Okay. Different. Evolution came down and cut what they could for a promo, because H's voice is leaving him. Shield comes down, chases him out of the ring. Shield, Dean Ambrose, cut a solid promo. Seth Rollins, solid promo. They give the mic to Reigns for a little bit. Then we're just going to come and beat the crap out of you guys. The other 11 people who showed up to do the beatdown last week buffer buffer Evolution. Evolution walks off. That could be a pretty good match. I'm saying that match has great potential to it. Bray Wyatt cut a promo talking about how the universe is against you, John. And every day, a few more people begin to follow me. And as he's doing that, the crowd's eating out of the palm of his hand. He is a heel who is at the same time probably one of the most over baby faces. While John Cena is a baby face who's probably one of the most over heels. The universe got a chance to decide who would face John Cena. Harper, Rowan Harper, or all 3 members. When the voting was done, this of course is your main event, it was all 3 members, followed by just Harper by himself, with the lowest number being Harper and Rowan. It's like, ooh, who do you want to see? I'm thinking I want to see Harper. Well, Harper, Bray Wyatt, ooh, I like that. Well, Harper and Rowan, no. John Cena wins the match by DQ. He then gets Sister Abigail, and then pretty much is held like a newborn baby as Bray Wyatt begins to sing. He's got the whole world in his hands while cradling John Cena. It was creepy. And it was beautiful. Oh, so good. So good. The Usos took on the Brotherhood. Brotherhood lost the match. I think now that Cody is upset, Goldust is upset. Either they're both going to turn heel or they're going to break them up. To have that feud that everyone wanted to see at WrestleMania now happen sometime at like Extreme Rules or Night of Champions when no one's really going to care. Oksana took on Paige. They're letting Paige do a lot more moves now. She got a lot more for a moveset out in front of the E Universe. Good match, solid match. Paige, user submission, got the victory. Good match. It's a nice lead up to her taking on Tamina. Emma took on Layla. And Emma took out a pink cobra. So yes, now she is a cobra, Santina is a cobra. They did some cobra dangling or entwining, however you want to call that. Kind of weird. So Emma, of course, defeated Layla. Not a bad match. You know, it worked well enough to continue the feud of Santino and Fandango. Los Matadores and El Torito took on two members of 3MB and Hornswoggle. Yeah. To keep that feud going, they've now introduced the Dwarfs into it. So as JBL called it, it's a 5-man tag. 2.5 versus 2.5. It's weird that, you know, they seem to have enough time to do that, which is kind of a fluff feud, and the Santino, Emma, Layla, Fandango piece, but they can't seem to work Justin Gabriel or Tyson Kidd into any matches. Sin Cara had a match against Rusev. Good match. Sin Cara got a nice amount of offense against him, but still suffered the accolade and was humbled. So I guess I'll leave you with some parting words. Today is a gift. It's why they call it the present. As long as you believe.